Emotional intelligence enables us to recognise and understand our own emotions and those of others, and to use this emotional information to guide our thinking and behaviour.
For so many years, we've treated behaviour at work in particular as a kind of extension of the scientific process. We have to leave emotions outside the door. We mustn't talk about our feelings. People felt they couldn't be themselves at work. And yet what makes organisations run is precisely what people do between people.
Emotional intelligence can be particularly helpful in managing our reaction to setbacks in the workplace and handling emotions like anger and frustration.
There you are. I have been looking for you for an hour and a half. Did you forget that we had a deadline today?
I emailed you my sections before I left for lunch.
You emailed me. Yes, you emailed me your sections, which were littered with errors.
If you spotted some typos in what I sent, then I apologize. I can assure you I checked it through, but I guess
you were just keen to get off on your lunch.
Jan, that's not fair.
I had to work through my lunch hour fixing your mistakes. But don't worry, I still hit the deadline.
And I'm sorry that you had to do that.
It's too late for apologies, Toby. Next time, you check your work thoroughly before you submit it to me. You cannot just rely on spell check. You really let the team down today.
Emotional intelligence can help us to build interpersonal relationships. It enables us to put ourselves in another person's shoes and imagine how they might be feeling. This in turn enables us to manage situations in a more sensitive and constructive way.
For example, somebody who doesn't have the required degree of insight, self-awareness, you might say emotional intelligence, they have something to say to another person and they go and deliver the message regardless of the other person's mood, vulnerability at that moment, or where the other person is in their day or emotionally. An emotionally intelligent person, on the other hand, can say, well, this isn't a good time to tell them, or I'll pick a better time, or they'll build a relationship first by asking questions about the other person. They don't just wade in and deliver the message and then wonder why it went wrong.
Okay. Maybe I overreacted. Maybe I shouldn't have talked to Toby like that in front of Deanna, but I had a really terrible day yesterday trying to hit that deadline. And my computer crashed halfway through the submission process, meaning I lost some of the work. And then Toby's sections was littered with all these little errors which really irritated me.
Emotionally intelligent people don't tend to stand out in the workplace, but they do enjoy a distinct advantage over their peers. People who are emotionally intelligent tend to fit in well. They are respected and trusted. They have good relationships with their colleagues and employees and are proactive about managing these relationships. They can also manage difficult situations with care and sensitivity.
I once spoke to a manager who had been fired by his previous manager. He'd actually been sacked, but he said, the curious thing about it was, I wanted to resent the fact that I'd been fired, but I couldn't. I felt I'd been dealt with so sensitively that I even took the side of the guy who was firing me in sympathy for him. Of course, it was hard losing my job, he said, but the fact is I didn't carry a burden of anger for months afterwards because I felt it had been done sensitively.
Jan, I need to talk to you about my phone call with Deborah. It's not good news, I'm afraid.
Not going out of business, are they? Oh my, they are, aren't they? They're going out of business.
Deborah called me in confidence to give me the heads up, but this needs to stay between us. There'll be some sort of announcement in the press tomorrow.
This is a disaster. I mean, we can't hope to stay in business if they go under.
I agree it's not good news, but it's not a disaster. We still have other clients. We just need to work a little harder to secure another big customer.
But there'll be redundancies for sure, and the teams will be in turmoil.
Jan, can I level with you? I know you're feeling anxious and vulnerable right now, but it's really important we carry on with business as normal, at least until we know the true implications of this news. This is strictly need to know, and that means we mustn't show how we're feeling in front of other people.
Well, that's easier said than done.
I know, but I'm here for you if you need to talk.